Welcome to Voices in Action. Bienvenido a Voces en Acción. Este es un special segment, un segmento especial que vamos a estar dando hoy día. Recuerden, nuestros horarios regulares los lunes a las 2 de la tarde, ¿ok? Y abajo, hagan clic y suscríbanse en nuestro programa para poder ver todos los programas que hemos sacado al aire. Es más, les pido también su apoyo en donaciones y en patrocinios. I ask for your support. With donations and sponsorship, please hit like and subscribe so you can see us on our next editions. Have a good day. Thank you again for waiting. Right here today again, like I mentioned earlier, with Mr. Carl White. He's running for position 3 at the council, Conroe Council, and he's trying to make an impact like every time he has done for the last many years that he's been working in this community. Hoy tenemos al señor Carl White. Él está corriendo para concejal de la posición número 3 del Conroe, del distrito de Conroe, y queremos hablar con él respectivamente todos los planes que él ha hecho, todo lo que él ha trabajado en esta ciudad, en Conroe, por muchos años. Mr. White, thank you for being with Voices in Action, Voices in Action, the Truth in Action. And as you know, and all of us know, that we're here for one common thing. The common thing is to prosper in Conroe.
Yes.
And you have been a quiet leader of our community for the longest time, sir.
I didn't know that.
And I I love it because I have been a little bit interested in bringing you in because I know that people don't understand that there's so many issues in our communities, and it's not a division, it's a unification issue that needs to be solved, which is everyone in a common sense, everyone, and you have tried that. Le estoy diciendo al señor White que él tiene muchos años trabajando detrás de bambalinas para la comunidad y ha sido muy silencioso. La gente no lo conoce, pero nosotros sabemos que él ha estado ahí corriendo para ayudar a la ciudad, ayudar a los residentes de Montgomery. Mr. White, I'm going to start with first, who is Carl White? ¿Quién es Carl White? Para que usted nos diga, I want to know, what gets you up in the morning? ¿Qué es lo que lo levanta en la mañana? What is your inner feelings and what keeps you running to devote so many years to this community? ¿Qué es lo que lo mantiene a él defendiendo, trabajando y entregando su servicio a la comunidad?
You know, I remember as a little bitty boy, my dad would always tell me to do something.
Dice que cuando estaba chiquito su papá siempre le decía que tenía que hacer algo.
And he would always say, be your own man.
Sé tu propio hombre. Eso es lo que le decía el papá.
And, you know, it took me years to figure out what he was saying is that help people, but don't let no one else influence you on doing what they want you to do. Make sure that whatever you do, you have researched it. Even if you make the wrong decision, this is a decision that you have made. Research everything and be your own man and always help somebody.
Dice que no importa lo que hiciera, que el papá le decía que averiguara, que investigara, que tomara sus propias decisiones él y que no permitiera que nadie tomara las decisiones por él. Que por eso que él siempre, cada vez que él hace una decisión, él busca, porque el papá le decía, no importa si tomas una decisión mala, pero al menos la investigaste y fue tu propia elección hacerlo. Wow. And you two are business owner. You and your wife, Miss White, has been out there as a photographer. And I've seen the pictures. You guys do a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Ellos son dueños de un pequeño negocio donde aquí en Conroe, donde son fotógrafos. Y me fascina el trabajo de él y la esposa porque lo hacen en común. Tienen muchos años. How long have you been a business owner?
I have been a business owner probably about 20-some years, you know.
27 años como dueño de su propio negocio. Igual, you know, as a photographer, you share something that I share a lot. I remember when I was studying journalism, we had to do photography classes and stuff and go into the dark room and just close that door in the dark room. And, you know, being in the dark room, that's where you see the most beautiful miracles
Yeah,
come through.
yeah,
Yo he visto que él comparte algo que tenemos en común. Cuando nos estábamos estudiando fotografía, en la parte de lo que la carrera de nosotros, nos teníamos que encerrar en el cuarto oscuro para revelar las fotografías. Y ahí es donde se veían los milagros más rápidos, más bellos del mundo. When you're in that room, when you're developing pictures, and when you're seeing all these pictures, what are your thoughts?
You know, when you think about you title your show, The Truth in Action. And when you see the beauty that image can have, it just makes you think about, first of all, you mentioned Jesus, how much Jesus loves us. You know, just that image. Like I took an image one time of just some clouds, and they were just so beautiful. And then I think about that. That's just how Jesus just watched over us. He just takes care of us. You know, just being a photographer or videographer, you get to capture people at their greatest.
Dice que lo que le gusta es que cuando entra, él ve la conexión de él con todo lo de la naturaleza. Él ve la razón por las sonrisas, el desarrollo de las cosas mediante lo que dice que es el título del show de nosotros, la verdad en acción, y que es Jesús. Él dice, Jesús, el ver la verdad es ver a Jesús. Y él dice que ha tomado fotos, muchas, pero ha tomado fotos de las nubes, y que se queda admirado viendo cómo las nubes se transforman y ve cómo el poder de Jesús cae sobre nosotros. Wow. Wow, sir. So I guess I have to go to your business.
No.
I really do have to. Sir,
But you know, I like learning a lot. You're never too old to learn. And I like telling what I know. I like telling people because I believe, again, helping somebody. I'm at the point in my life today because somebody helped me.
wow.
And I can name those people. They took time, you know, they poured into me.
Exactly.
So that's what I like doing, just helping people.
Dice que él está en un punto de su vida donde él está aquí para ayudar. Él ha aprendido lo que sabe de fotografía y todo lo que está haciendo lo ha aprendido porque alguien lo guió y alguien lo enseñó y él quiere devolver a la comunidad esa sabiduría, esa enseñanza. Y eso es lo que él ve en el foco de su vida, cómo devolverle a la comunidad. Sir, the city of Conroe, why, again, the city of Conroe, I'm going to say again because you run before. Why, you know, and you have devoted all the times that you run for the position, you have devoted time to do and search and look for it and discern about it and talk to the community and, you know, why again, you know? And I'm sorry, I have to ask that question.
But
¿Por qué nuevamente está corriendo? Él ha corrido, esta es la tercera, cuarta vez que ha corrido y siempre busca cómo ayudar a la comunidad.
City council has always been a goal of mine. I know by being on council, there's so many people you can help. Like one of my initiatives is to create a neighborhood awareness program. Individuals who want to get involved with the city, but they might not because they're working. I believe as an elected official, you must be accountable, you must be reachable. So that neighborhood awareness program is where I will go to a certain neighborhood and see how can the city and that neighborhood work together to improve their neighborhood. And do that all around Conroe. So as people come into the city of Conroe, they see the whole entire city in an upward direction.
Okay. Dice que él todo el tiempo ha soñado con ser parte como concejal del distrito, de lo que es la ciudad de Conroe. Por eso he sentido que eso está en su manera de pensar. Le siente que él puede ayudar a muchas personas mediante siendo concejal de la ciudad. Al mismo tiempo, él pretende crear, como parte de su trabajo, es lo que se llama un awareness o una realidad de los barrios, una realidad de los barrios de comunicación. Un grupo donde se encargarían de reunirse él con todos los cabezales de cada barrio, cada sector, donde él podría exponer los problemas junto con el City Council, como concejal ante el condado, ante la ciudad, y poder trabajar mutuamente para poder desarrollar cada barriada, cada sector y crecer y que Conroe crezca conjuntamente, completamente. Wow, that's a lot of job because basically you have to be going from neighborhood to neighborhood and you have to just,
But
you don't have time for yourself.
But see, that's just it. this is something I want to do. I've been retired for 8 years, so I want to dedicate as much time as possible to be a full-time counselor, because this is my goal. It's what I want to do. I want to also focus on small business development and entrepreneurship, because I know that we have a lot of young individuals who want to start a business but don't quite know how to do a business plan or get their business registered. It happened to me. I got in touch with University's Small Business Development Center, Lone Star, and they walked me through the process of starting a business and get registered. So I want to bring that
knowledge over there.
Yeah, bring it here to the city, because the city has all kinds of spaces that we can have those kind of conferences to get the young people, those who might have a business and they need to work it a little bit better. Just basically, and best practice, bringing some of the people.
Le digo que el trabajo de él sería muy, muy duro, porque él tendría que ir de barrio en barrio tratando de conseguir a los concejales de cada barrio para poder juntarse y hacer este tipo de trabajo. Me dice, Jenny, yo me retiré hace 7 años, yo estoy en mi casa, yo quiero trabajar como City Council full time, no part time. Yo quiero ayudar a la comunidad, yo quiero hablar con cada uno de ellos para cubrir sus necesidades. Yo quiero traer a la ciudad de Conroe un programa que se encargue de los pequeños negocios, los pequeños empresarios que no tienen cómo subsistir, cómo ayudarlos para que apliquen para préstamos, que se encarguen de cómo arreglar los problemas que ellos tienen en sus pequeños negocios. Para los jóvenes que no tienen o que quieren crear un negocio, dice claramente, quiero ayudar a los jóvenes, porque yo estuve joven, yo quería crear mi negocio, yo no sabía, no me ayudaban, así que vinieron y me ayudaron. Quiero traer eso aquí a la ciudad, para que la ciudad cree un programa para que ayude a los jóvenes a que registren sus negocios, a cómo manejar el negocio, cómo financiar el negocio. Todo eso es lo que él quiere hacer por la ciudad, por nosotros. Wow, that's interesting about the small businesses, especially us as Hispanic community. We have a lot of businesses here that are based Hispanic, and you know that. Those are, and the thing is that our Hispanic community is very quiet in that regards. They're afraid. They already opened their businesses and they stay a little bit shy because they don't want to get involved with the city, because they're afraid of, some of them, they do have the papers and everything. Some of them, they don't. They bring their families and stuff. They're afraid of everything.
I wish it wasn't really like that.
Exactly, sir. And that's something that you're going to be facing. I'm going to be honest with you. Le digo que tenemos ese programa de pequeños negocios. Es buenísimo porque nosotros tenemos, los hispanos, aquí en el condado, muchos hispanos tienen sus pequeños negocios. El problema es lo siguiente: nosotros no queremos lidiar con la ciudad o acercarnos a la ciudad porque tenemos miedo. Muchos tienen papeles, muchos no tenemos papeles, muchos tenemos problemas de que no queremos pagamos nuestros impuestos y hacemos lo que tenemos que hacer y punto. Y tenemos miedo. Y él me dice, qué lástima que la comunidad hispana tenga miedo. No debemos de tener miedo. When you said we're not supposed to be afraid, that's something that I keep telling all the Hispanic community, and I know that you're going to be backing me up on this. We do have the power. We don't know how to use the power. You know what I mean? That's why we're afraid. And most of our communities are like that. The Black Americans, the Asians, and the Hispanic, we tend to back off.
That's why,
and that's why having a diversity in the city of Houston, in the city of Conroe, city of Conroe, in the city of Conroe, having a diversity is great. Yeah.
That's why one of my other points is to maximize our collective strengths to drive neighborhood redevelopment and city growth. I believe we as individuals have to get together. I don't believe in insiders, outsiders coming in and telling us how to develop our city. I think the city needs to be developed by those who have a vested interest, people who live here. So I want to bring in the young, bring in the senior citizens, and what can we do because it's not so much about today. It's about down the road. I'm thinking about those, like, I got grandchildren, 9 years old.
Exactly.
What are we going to do that as they growing up, when they get in high school, go to college, they got to come back to Conroe.
Exactly, instead of going somewhere else.
Yeah, bring it all back. But we got to start working with them. I remember I heard about Woodlands, the way Woodlands got developed. They invited students in urban planning from A&M to help develop the Woodlands. Why not do that to some of these colleges and then help them on their tuition?
Exactly.
You got these young entrepreneurs, these young brains, bring them in. And we as people to
Él
get
dice
together.
que el centro del enfoque de renovar Conroe es mantener a los que vivimos aquí actualizados. Nosotros como comunidad no tendríamos que buscar asistencia de ningún otro condado o de ninguna ciudad, porque nosotros vivimos aquí en Conroe y que el beneficio debe de ser de los que estamos aquí en Conroe. Estas posiciones de concejal tienen que ser específicamente con personas que han vivido aquí todo el tiempo, que han nacido, se han crecido aquí, que esta es su casa, ¿ok? Entonces, él cree que eso es lo que debe implementarse. También dice que nosotros hemos crecido, estamos creciendo enormemente, y al crecer tenemos que buscar tipo de desarrollos, con qué tipo de desarrollo y al mismo tiempo aplicarlo a los jóvenes. Hay que trabajar con los jóvenes, con los ancianos, en los centros para ellos, ayudándolos a educarse, a prosperar. Hay que, en vez de hacer como se hizo en Woodlands, que en Woodlands se agarraron y trajeron otros estudiantes de otras universidades para poder desarrollar Woodlands. Nosotros tenemos estudiantes aquí que en vez le podemos ayudar con fondos escolares, ellos estudian y ellos nos ayudan y trabajan en esta área. En vez de cuando se gradúan de irse a otras ciudades, se quedan y trabajan aquí y aquí viven. ¿Ok? Eso es lo que el señor Carl White quiere traer al plato de la consejería en la posición número 3. Mr. White, the other thing is it feels that Conroe is segregated. Have you? And I don't know if you feel that way, but I've seen it segregated, completely. It's not unified. What would you do to unify the community? Because we at this point we need to unify ourselves. There's no more questioning. This, this is a government that is not existing, the federal government. So we need to unify all the community, whether it's in Conroe itself or whether it's in Montgomery. We need to work, the agencies need to work together. Are you planning to have that part, fight for that? Because that's something that we need to. We need to get all these people in the government to assist Conroe, to work with Conroe.
And that's why, me getting in touch with the community is so important. Then I will know what the community wants. That's why I feel like I'm obligated to go. Don't wait for the community to come to me. Go to them and find out this is what the community. When we know, yes, we understand that we have a problem, that we are divided in Conroe, Montgomery County, Texas, United States. We are divided, but it's going to be up to us, the people who have a kind heart, who want to focus on Jesus Christ. It's going to be up to us to bring this thing back together. We can't let what's going on around us interfere with what's happening within us. We just got to continue to spread love, and believe me, love will always win. Truth in action, truth is always going to win out. Okay. So basically, I'm just going to be in touch with the people, because if you elect me for city council, you elect me for a particular reason. You like what I'm saying, and those 4 years are going to be some of the best 4 years of my life. I get 4 more, that'd be great too. But I'm put 100%. Well, I'll say 97%. In council. Okay. Just to do what I can. So when I know that my time is gone, I have left a footprint here in the city of Conroe for somebody else to build upon.
Okay, dice que él claramente cree que el hecho de que él está corriendo para esta posición es porque quiere que se le abran las puertas, porque él dice que él no va a hacer que la comunidad vaya a donde él va a ir a la comunidad. Él va a tocar las puertas, él va a hablar con todos nosotros, él se va a comunicar, porque él dice que la división, y es verdad, hay una división, que fue la pregunta que le hice yo originalmente, una división de todo el distrito, todo el condado, y cada quien hablando por su lado, y debemos unificarnos, estamos en tiempo de unión, no en tiempo de segregación. Él lo dice claramente, que la verdad en acción, que es lo que yo digo, la verdad en acción es lo que centra a una sola persona. Él habla sobre el que trabaja para Jesús, para Dios, dice, automáticamente puede salir a proclamar eso, a hablar eso, que ya no podemos mirar en los problemas que están afuera, tenemos que mirarnos en nosotros y en nosotros trabajar y nosotros dar, a nosotros dar ese amor, esa entrega, automáticamente recibiremos el cambio y sí va a haber un cambio de unificación cuando esto es hecho, y eso es lo que él trata de hacer. Él quiere unificar a todo el condado, a toda la ciudad, y específicamente en la ciudad de Conroe. Sir, our budget, taxes, You know, we're afraid of.
Yeah.
We're afraid. They tell us that one more time they're going to raise our taxes, we're going to start screaming. You know, and that's something that the Hispanic community is afraid. And not only the Hispanic community, everybody in this in this town.
You know,
We're like, if they raise our taxes again in water or whatever it is, we're going to be doomed because we cannot afford it after the pandemic has been eating us.
Yeah, water is a big issue. I remember years ago, we was up at San Marcos, and the young man was talking about the aquifers drying up, and then here comes the Lone Star Groundwater Sanction River Authority, and they had to rate how the water is going to increase. And now we know the city has a lawsuit, $11 million. And you have to really be. Some people want to settle, some don't. But if you settle, you better look at those agreements real good because like I said, it's just something that you have to really look at because water is a big issue. Taxes, I know if I raise your taxes, I'm raising mine also, and I don't want to do that. But unfortunately, sometimes you have to raise taxes, but you got to make sure that you're raising the taxes for a correct cause, the good cause, not because you mismanage funds. But yes, taxes. Yeah, we don't want to. That's a bad word, but unfortunately, if it's just some people they got away from taxes, they just say the word fees. We don't think about that fee. We don't think about fees. We think about taxes, but we never think about the fees. So they just keep raising up the fees,
exactly.
which is another thing is taxation.
Okay.
So you have to really pay attention to what's going on in your city. That's why I urge everybody. Like I said, if you live in the city of Conroe, go online and look at some of these council meetings. Get in touch. Conroe really needs a single member district. Conroe is really too big to have 5 councilmen and a mayor. I think Shenandoah Oak Ridge got like a couple thousand people. They got 5 councilmen and a mayor. And by not having a single member district, you really cannot hold nobody accountable. When you have a certain district, you can say, hey, this is my councilman. I can go to him. If things not getting done, I know who to put my finger in. So that's something that the people of Conroe really.
So you think we need to have a single council?
No, a single member district.
Single member district.
What that is, you have, like in Houston, they have councilmen in this district, and then they have some at large.
Exactly.
So what that means, people know, hey, Carl White is my councilman. If things not getting done, I need to go see. I go to him. Yeah, and that's what Conroe really needs because we're getting too big. We annexing property, seem like every day. We're getting too big.
So it should be a separate council for every section, every sector, and then a council at large.
Yeah,
that's
it's all one. It's all one council.
Because we're already growing too much.
Growing too much, yeah. So instead of having 5 councilmen up there, you might have 7 and 8, but 4 of them represent this district, and 4 of them are just represent everybody.
Everybody, okay.
Yeah,
Let me translate this to the Hispanic community because they need to know your thoughts about that. Él dice claramente que la ciudad de Conroe está creciendo tanto que él ve la necesidad. Yo le pregunté sobre los impuestos, que todos queremos que nos bajen los impuestos en vez de que nos suban. Él dice claramente que él puede trabajar acerca de eso, pero que definitivamente van a haber impuestos, aunque quizás no deban de ser utilizados o alocados como correctamente, porque no haya un desfalco en la plata que hay en el condado. Pero al mismo tiempo, él trabajará para que no haya, que no nos suban los impuestos, pero siempre hay casos donde se suben los impuestos. Ahora, dice que él considera que Conroe está creciendo tanto que nosotros tendríamos que tener lo que tiene algo igual como lo tiene en la ciudad de Houston. La ciudad de Houston tiene una consejería central y además que tienen la consejería central, tienen aledaños los concejales por distrito. En cambio, aquí en Conroe tenemos una consejería y punto, nada más. Estamos creciendo tanto. Él dice que deberíamos tener más gente, por eso sentido de que como estamos tan esparcidos, deberíamos asignarlos. Por ejemplo, si el señor Carl White está en tu distrito, tú podrías ir directamente a donde él y no tendrías que venir a la ciudad de Conroe a hablar. Y él tendría que solucionar el problema, en vez de venir tú a la ciudad de Conroe y pelear con todos los consejeros para que arreglen algo sobre el distrito tuyo, porque ya tienes un concejal asignado a tu distrito. Entonces, eso es lo que él quiere que se implemente, y eso sería algo que se podría plantear más para adelante, porque hemos crecido y estamos creciendo tanto que deberíamos hacerlo. El señor White dice claramente que nosotros como ciudadanos tenemos que venir participar activamente de lo que es la consejería de la ciudad de Conroe. Si vives en Conroe, ven, habla con tu consejero, ven a las reuniones, acércate para que tú sepas lo que está pasando y tú puedas tener un voto o una voz en lo que ellos dicen. Sir, thank you so much for that because that's learning.
Okay.
I wasn't sure that because we do that in our countries. There's a major consul center,
Yeah.
and there, of course, every district because it's so big,
Yeah.
every district has a consul.
Yeah.
But over here
Yeah.
in Conroe, we don't have it.
We don't have that.
And that's something that I just explained them,
Yeah.
and they probably will be able to understand that.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask you, what would you, and I'm before closing because I know your time is valuable and mine. I'm having a next interview. What are your words for the Hispanic community, sir? What is it that you want the Hispanic community to know that Carl White is there for them? Everyone, all of us have something in our lives through some type of, like for me, I loved your community, sir. Mm-hmm. The Black American community is amazing. I learned a lot from you guys. And me as a U.S. citizen for the last 37 years, I have approached many of you pastors, Pastor Shelton, for example, amazing gentleman. And then, and the peace that is within you guys and how good are you guys in unity. How would you approach the Hispanic community?
Well, peace lies in all of us. Love lies in all of us. And I look at the Hispanic community, the Black community, the white community, and other communities as children of God.
Okay.
I have to do what's necessary to help. So again, it's all about helping somebody. That's
Okay.
what it's all about. If you want to be helped, I really want to help you. And those who don't want to be helped, I help them too. Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah. It just that's what it's about. It's about love for your
Caring.
fellow man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about, like I said, everything is I'm doing because, like I said, my daddy told me, boy, do something.
Okay.
Just do something, I've never been the one just to join an organization, just to say I'm part of an organization. But if you're doing something, I'll join. Like now I'm with the NAACP. We do a lot in the community, I was with the Good Brothers, Good Sisters last week, and they had a little deal for the young men. It was an awesome event too,
So you're involved in the boards and the communities everywhere.
Yeah.
God bless you. It's a lot of work too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, les pregunté qué eran las últimas palabras sobre la comunidad de nosotros que él quería dejar dicho. Él dice que el amor guía todo, el amor unifica todo y que si ustedes quieren que él los ayude, él está para ayudarlos. Él está aquí para guiarlos, para ayudarlos. Él no ve el color de la carne, no ve el color de la piel. Él ve solamente que todos somos únicos ante los ojos de Dios. Todos somos hijos de Dios. Y Él está aquí porque su papá le pidió que hiciera algo y Él está tratando de hacer ese cambio. Eso es lo que dice. Claramente dice que Él se encarga a veces de ir a todas las reuniones, en todas las organizaciones del grupo de ellos, sobre todo la NAACP, y encima de eso trata de ir a hablar y comunicar que hay una unión que hay que tener mediante Jesús, mediante Dios. Y eso es lo que él promueve para su campaña. Él está aquí para ayudar. Él está abierto para escucharlo. Sir, can you give us, I know you're available in your website. Mm-hmm. What is your website?
Well, I don't really, I'm going to give you my phone number.
Okay, mire, él es tan abierto que él va a dar el número de teléfono. Él no tiene website, él tiene su número de teléfono.
Yeah.
What is your number, sir?
My phone number is
936
520
520
0106.
0106.
Yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. El número de teléfono de él se repite 936-520-0106 para que ustedes, si quieren hablar con él directamente, lo pueden contactar. Él está abierto a toda su comunidad. Él no quiere website, él quiere que lo llamen directamente, quiere comunicarse y quiere también que lo llamen y que se acuerden de las elecciones. El día 7 de mayo, aquí lo pone claramente. Él tiene también su Facebook page, que es Facebook @Car for City Council número 3. Y allí lo pueden buscar. También está donde carlivevideo@gmail.com y el teléfono nuevamente 936-520-0106. Las elecciones son el 7 de mayo de este año y por favor vayan a votar. Ustedes quieren cambios, vayan a votar. I'm telling them they need changes, they need to go and vote.
Thank
Mr.
you.
White, it was a humble pleasure having you in my show.
For you too.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.